Sick of him, man. He always reading something. He think he's smart. Sir, please sit down. Please, sir, sit. Please sit down. Please. All right, we're gonna start here. I'm gonna show you a magic trick now. Okay. All right. Where we at? All right. This is Carl Jung. Carl Jung says, "It is as though each of us were endowed at birth with a certain capital of energy. The strongest force in our makeup will seize and all but monopolize this energy, leaving so little, leaving so little over that nothing of value can come of it." I'm gonna read that again. I'm trying to do this in 1 minute, but we're going to see. We're gonna start here. It is as though each of us were endowed at birth with a certain capital of energy. The strongest force in our makeup will seize and all but monopolize this energy, leaving so little over that nothing of value can come of it. We only got so much energy. We only have so much energy, right? We only have so much capital of energy. Okay. And it's what we do with that energy that determines the outcome of our life. All right. Some of us as men, some of us spend far too much time. Wait a minute. Let me hold on. Let me think about this. This is all brand new. I'm trying to see where I'm going here. We're gonna get to where we're going. We're gonna get to where we're going. Just bear with me. Some of us spend quite amount of time thinking about the wrong things. Sometimes we spend too much time doing the wrong things. Sometimes we spend an inexorable amount of energy. Is that right? Does those words go together right? Sometimes I have trouble with putting my words in the right order, the conjugations and stuff. So please forgive me. But sometimes we spend um an substantial amount of energy thinking the wrong things or chasing the wrong things. Um, what am I saying? And we might go for a turn here, but it's all makes sense here in a few. Um, you disrespectful. You disrespectful. You too disrespectful. You don't even realize it. I tell you this. You have to learn to respect art. Okay. Carl Jung, he throughout his span of work, throughout his, I guess, throughout his work career, right? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. But throughout the span of his career, Carl Jung, throughout the span of his career, and you know, through his work, the work that he has put in, from the little that I've gathered, I've come to understand that he's trying to show us, he's trying to tell us about the relationship between like art and imagination. Art and imagination. Okay. I know you're like, man, where the fuck is he going with this? You're like, man, where's he? I know you're like, man, where is he going with this? Art and imagination, right? women are a work of art. You understand? Women are a work of art, but y'all don't perceive women as art. Y'all look at them as like these inanimate objects that just so happen to breathe. Right? Come on now. Don't. Come on. Don't play all. Don't play for high moral ground now. Don't play for high moral ground now. Don't play for high moral ground now. You I mean, if they was created, anything that is created is a form of art, right? Is that, can we agree on that? Anything that is created is a form of art. I know I'm being very, very um let me check myself. I know I can be as an asshole sometimes. Um I'm supposed to be trying to condense this to 1 minute. So women are a work of art. Some of us men look at women as a work of art, as art, right? Rather, physically, how they articulate themselves, you dig, how they express themselves with their clothing, whatever, you know, um, their thought patterns, the way they dance, I just had a that just invoked a thought. Um, excuse me, sorry. Seriously though, um, yeah. So it's it's disturbing how you know some it's disturbing how some men look at women as these like wild animals, right? As these wild animals. I was playing Roblox with my kids the other day, and there's this game, I forget what it's called, but there's this game where you kind of like start off in the forest and you start this campfire, and then you start foraging and stuff like that. You cut down trees and you go hunt animals and stuff, and you get to like build things, you get to craft things, and uh, you get to craft like these boxes, these bunny traps. You get to craft these bunny traps, and you get to go and set up these traps to catch the wild bunnies. Did you hear what I said? You get to set up these traps to catch the wild bunnies. I think that's how some of y'all look and perceive women as some wild animal that you can just captivate or capture, you know, and the trouble behind that. I'll show you. You ain't got no, you ain't got no game. That's gonna hurt somebody's feelings. I'm just playing, dog. I'm just playing. Damn, I feel like damn, dog. Sometimes my mouth can get me in trouble. Please don't take this personal, because I'm not. I'm not. Oh fuck. Don't take it personal. Please don't take it personal, bro. Please. Anyways, now the real shit though. You don't respect women. But I got a magic trick for you. So this is what happens. So because of the way you perceive women, you don't respect them. Um, it it can kind of put you in a funky position. It can put you in a funky position. Um, damn, where was I going with that? Man, I had this all mapped out yesterday. Shit. What time is it? I ain't got too much time. I might just have to wait till Monday to do this, but we'll see. Uh, And so because you don't respect women, it can, if we don't respect women, or have this idea or this concept of respect, if we don't have these concepts of respect and women conjoined, it can leave us in a funky position. Um, it can leave us in a funky position. Okay, so let's that's that part, the respect for women. Okay, now I hope you've been working on your character. I hope you've been working on your character. Now, if you are in a challenging time of your life, if you're in a challenging time of your life, you can utilize women as a, how do I want to put this? Because it kind of, I don't want to I don't want to objectify women. I don't want to objectify women. But what I'm saying is, once you get to the point to where you can, like, you respect women, they can help you. Okay, they can help you, and you can utilize um, this idea or this concept of women to motivate you and to further your position in life, to further your campaign. You dig what I'm saying? Um, but sometimes, not sometimes, but some of us men, we have to respect women in order to be able to do that. Okay. Now I know y'all like, what do you mean utilize women? You want us to use women? Just bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right. So I've coined this term. I've come up with this. I've come up with this method, right? I've come up with this method, and it's been useful to me, and it's helped me, and it's been beneficial to me, right? I call it the Halle Berry poster, the Halle Berry poster. All right. Um, Now, because I respect women, I can I can apply this method, and it be, um, and I can try to, I can make my life better. I can optimize my options. I can move forward with my life in a positive way. Okay. The Halle Berry poster. What is he talking about? Okay. Posters, right? Um, Posters have always been used to stimulate the brain, right? Posters have always been used to stimulate the brain, whether it's a reminder, whether it's used as a, a something to help you, reach your goals, um, something maybe just visually aesthetic, um, something that could help calm your nervous system, right? Posters, this is what art does. It's a form of art. It's a form of art, right? Okay, so what I'm saying is this, and I'm trying to figure out how to, like, I got two different things going on. I'm trying to figure out how to condense this, and then the other one is just like, just go with it. So, anyways, Halle Berry poster. So when I was going through a challenging period of my life, um, I had came across a few pages online, right, on social media. Is it web page? No, it's not this called. What are they called? You got web pages. You got, social media accounts, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know. But I need a 101 class on social media. But anyways, so when I was going through this like challenging period of my life, I had came across a few accounts, a few social media accounts that motivated me, that kept me grounded, and that just benefited my life overall. You feel me? I was in the air of despair, right? I was talk about four flats. I was riding on four flats. You dig? Um, so long story short, it was this one account I came across. Um, it was of this woman, right? And the thing is this, because sure you can find motivational accounts, man or woman. You can find different aesthetic accounts, whether it's nature or the stars, whatever, but there's like this dynamic between men and women that it's it's organic. There's this dynamic between men and women that is it's organic. It's so organic. It's so primordial that I don't know how to quite explain it, right? It's something that women do to men, and it's something that men do to women that motivates us, right? Um, you know, we're able to captivate one another, right? Grab one another's attention and motivate each other. You know, not quite sure how to explain that. I should have worked on that a little bit more. But anyways, um, yeah. So it was one account. Excuse me. It was one account where there was this woman, and she would give affirmations, right? And specifically, she would give affirmations for black men, right? And it man, her page really it really kept me, it really kept me grounded, man. It did. It kept me encouraged is what it did. It kept me encouraged. It really did. It kept me encouraged. But because I have respect for women, right? Because I have respect for women and because I have self-control, thank you folks. Appreciate you peoples. Yeah, but because I have respect for women, you dig, and self-control, I'm not looking at this woman as a piece of meat that's ready to be devoured. I mean, don't get me wrong. It that's where the aesthetics come in, right? Her beauty has captivated me. Her beauty has drawn my attention. You dig what I'm saying? But it was her words and her actions that kept me together. You dig what I'm saying? You dig? Um, there was another account, another social media account, and it's of this woman, and she, in my opinion, she is aesthetically sound, right? And she's like business oriented. You dig? Man, she motivates me. In fact, I had came across her page the other night, and I started doing push-ups. Swear to God, swear to God, I started doing push-ups, man. I said, man, because whatever she was doing, right? Whatever she was doing on her video, it just made me, or her pictures, like it just made me want to get on top of my stuff. You dig what I'm saying? It made me want to get on top of my stuff, right? Now, see, a lot of men would look at her page, and because we're so visually oriented as males, as a species of males, we are visually oriented, right? And so, yeah, we would be enchanted by her body, and you know, then your mind would go somewhere else. Somewhere, get your mind out the gutter. Then your mind going straight to the gutter. Your mind going straight to the gutter, and that's why you in the position you in there. You in there. That's why the position you in. I can't even get it out. That's why you in the position you in now. That's why you in the position you in now, because your mind's in the gutter. Every time you see a woman, or every time you see a woman you're attracted to, the first thing that comes to your mind is trying to put some game on her. You trying to put some game on her. No, no. You, you got to get on your stuff first. You got not even first. You got to get on your stuff, man. Because of how you perceive and your attitude towards women, right? It leaves you in a very, very messy predicament, right? If you was to change your attitude towards women, it could elevate you. But because you look at women and objectify them rather than respecting them, you dig? You stuck. You stuck. You dig? Once you get to the point to where you can see women's value beyond just their looks, beyond just their bodies, you dig? They'll be able to motivate you. And they might motivate you, but they motivating you to drain yourself. And don't get me wrong, because they might motivate you though, but they motivating you to, and don't blame it on them, but they motivating you to drain yourself of your life source, of that energy. You dig? You dig what I'm saying? You understand? You got to change your attitude. You got to change your attitude towards women, and you can elevate. You dig? Now, Halle Berry poster. I refer to these women as Halle Berry posters. It's nothing degrading. It's nothing condescending. It's nothing womanizing about it. I refer to them as posters because there's distance. I don't know these women personally. And I advise you to choose somebody that you don't know personally. Because once you know them personally, personal things start to occur, like emotions, right? Then emotions are drawn into it. Conversations are drawn. Conversations are a part of. It can work. Don't get me wrong. There can be a woman. You can find a woman that helps motivate you, but it has to be the right dynamic, and it takes time to find that. Right? It takes effort to find that energy and find that. If you want to go out there and spend 6 months, a year to see if it's, if this partnership is useful, if it's beneficial for the both of y'all, go ahead. But the moment it doesn't work out, you dig, and you get distracted and you can't maintain focus. Okay, then once you have this Halle Berry poster, it's easier to maintain focus, right? You're less likely to get distracted. There's only certain emotions involved as long as you have self-control, right? Your emotions ain't being you ain't playing tug and war with your emotions. Damn. That You're not playing tug and war with your emotions. You dig? When it's distant. All right. Now, sure, you can support that person's account, that person's social media account, leaving comments and stuff, but stray away from the heart emojis and all that. Don't do that. Because that's gonna put your mind right back into the gutter. Okay? That's a one-way ticket to the back to the gutter. Don't do that. It's best if you keep distance and treat this account as a poster to motivate you, right? Like I said, I scrolled past, I seen this woman's account, I seen what she was doing. Obviously, she attracted my attention. And you know what I'm saying? She was whatever she was doing is what she was doing. But right after I got through watching the video, I dropped down and did some push-ups. Who? I'm thinking about it right now. I drop down right now and give you 50. For real. For real. Women can optimize your life, but you have to have the right attitude behind it. You have to have the right attitude behind how you perceive women. If not, it's gonna keep you in this cycle. You're gonna keep getting disappointed because you think you a player. You dig? By the way, players play, courtiers court. I'm a courtier. By the way, but this ain't got nothing to do with it. I just thought I'd mention that. Don't refer to me as no player. I'm a courtier. Okay? You know, they gonna play you, hence the name. They gonna play you, hence the name. I'm gonna court you. But y'all ain't ready for that, man. Men, y'all not ready for that. Some of y'all men ain't ready for that though. Y'all not ready for that though. So let's keep working on. Let's keep self-improving. Okay? Let's keep working on our character. All right? Then you can get to that point. Everybody want to be a player. But once you get played, then what? Anyways, uh, you don't need game when you got seduction, baby. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Huh? Ain't that right? You don't need game when you got seduction. Ain't that right? Yeah. Anyways, it can work if if there's if you're in close quarters with your Halle Berry poster, right? It can work when you're in close quarters with your Halle Berry poster. When you know somebody personally, you might be in a relationship and stuff like that. It can work. You just got to work on y'all's dynamic. You just got to work on y'all's dynamic. You have to work on your attitude towards her, and vice versa. She has to work on her attitude towards you. But sometimes, it's easier if you're a young man and you're trying to establish yourself independently. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to build a strong foundation independently. I advise you to find yourself a Halle Berry poster. Okay. If you done been through a couple marriages and you won't get back, you trying to get back, I advise you to find yourself a Halle Berry poster. You already know how it goes. You know that? I mean, shoot, I ain't never been married, but I feel like I've experienced a divorce. So, so you dig? I'm hip to the game. You dig? I'm already hip. You dig? So, um, men who are lost, men who are lost, come to the altar and grab yourself a Halle Berry poster. Now, like I said, remember, it is pertinent that you remember. You have to have self-control and you have to respect women. If you can't do that, don't even bother. Because you're gonna get caught right back in that circle, in that cycle, in that loop. Once you get yourself together, you dig, you find you a Halle Berry poster, and she's gonna push you to the limits. She will. I guarantee you. Respect that woman. You should have put that woman first. By the way, real quick, and please, and I don't want to hear no talk about, well, Future did this and Future says this. Don't give me that. First of all, you ain't Future, little bruh. Right? But don't give me that. But if you pay attention, if you pay attention to somebody like Future and you study them, you'll understand that in fact, Future, he puts women on a pedestal. He respects women. He's always singing and talking about his love and admiration for women. Matter of fact, matter of fact, I just played a song and and he compared the women of interest in his life to his grandmother. That's a high compliment right there. That's a high compliment right there. What'd he say? The love for my granny make me gentle when I care for you. Huh? That's respect. That's respect. He respects women. So please don't hit me with no, with the whoop, whoop, whoop. The rapper said this, the rapper said that. Man, I don't want to hear none of that. Get yourself together.